say a little bit too much that they don't have to say, like cursing words and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just like, damn, like why I gotta be like that? You know what I mean? It's not even that serious. But not everyone deal with situations the same way. So sometimes, and I mean sometimes, it's good to take a break. It's good to just listen, you know, just leave the phone alone, play some solitary, play spades, play dominoes in the computer. Ted, whatever you play in the computer, do something else. You know, just keep your mind busy. Keep your mind busy doing other things. Something, yeah, decompressing. Just oh my God, it's so good. Give me more. Give me more decompression, just relaxation. You know, just you know, I do that a lot. Like, how can I say it? Like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber, and you know, I handle my business at home and everything that I got going on with the family and stuff like that. And 9 times out of 10, I just like to shut off the computer. 9 times out of 10, like if I'm caught up with all my channel maintenance, because I hope y'all know as a content creator, you have to do a lot of channel maintenance. That's like you can you cannot miss on your channel maintenance, because you know you have to change things in your channel. You have to like sometimes you got to go back to your videos because you forgot to fix something on the settings or whatnot. So 9 times out of 10, you know, I go through the titles, make sure the titles are actually indicative of what you're going to see on the video. I don't like clickbait. You know, I like that if you click on the video, you will get what the title is indicated. You know what I mean? So yeah, we like to keep it like that. We like to keep it like that. But big shout outs to Dego. We want to share with y'all. We want to share with y'all. We at the end of this live stream, because it doesn't allow me to do it now before the live stream when I'm streaming on StreamYard. Um, I will have a tag down below on the description. I will have the True Crime Cafe with Dago link down below in the description. I will have JC, I will have Southern Logic, and probably many others content creators on the description down below, especially if it was content creators that it was within this clip. Um, Big shout out to Doctora Latina, saludo. So we are about to share with you our beautiful 2 days. We spent 2 different days at the True Crime with Dago, and I'm gonna share with you those 2 days, and then at the end, I'm gonna share today's live stream of Southern Logic. So without further ado, so without further ado, let me introduce to you, which they don't need no introduction. Let me introduce to you True Crime Cafe with Dago, featuring JC, Doctora Latina, myself, and many others. Let's enjoy, guys. Let's have a good time.
Hello.
Hello,
Good to
Doctora
have you
Latina.
here. Yeah, you gotta turn your microphone up, Patricia.
Yay. What's up, Jrod?
Hey,
What's up, Doc?
CJ. Hey, Dago. Couple of things. So, with all due respect to the previous caller, well, first of all, I do agree. We don't know everything.
Right.
Absolutely don't. And I think we need to let this process unfold. And
Yeah.
however, that being said, where I disagree would be, and respectfully, would be for me as a 30-year practicing MD. I
Yes,
didn't
ma'am.
even get to the PCA. I didn't even get to the arrest before I began feeling troubled by
Yes.
information and missteps that were clear to me as a medical professional from the get-go, and I'm just going to say this, that there were two things. I think I've already told you this, Dago, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
But from week one, the two things that were immediately troublesome to me were the statements by the coroner. Two things she said, I thought, uh-oh. One was that she was very uncomfortable, and that's not why I was
Oh yeah,
but she was uncomfortable.
definitely.
And
I
she
agree.
was hemming and hawing. And when she finally stated that she actually had not entered the crime scene to evaluate for, to confirm death of these four victims until after the 5 p.m. hour, after essentially everything had been cleared by law enforcement, right away I said, because how would she be able to know if something had been moved, etc.? So she, the point of an administrative person, she's not the medical examiner, but she is the coroner, is they're supposed to be on the scene, and they're supposed to be photographing, taking maybe a core body temperature that would have given us information about the time of death, maybe, etc.
Yeah.
She failed to do that. And in that first interview, she essentially deflected having not done that by stating that law enforcement locally told her she couldn't enter the scene. Well, right there's a break in the chain of custody in the processing of the crime scene. That's
Right.
number one. Number two thing she said, and I thought double uh-oh, was when she was asked about the importance of the toxicology screens on the four victims. She point blank stated that she knew that it wasn't those tox screens would not be relevant.
Right.
How could she even say that? Because guess what? If those kids had been given something laced with some substance, i.e. fentanyl, even if it was against their will, or if they'd been given a roofie so that they were asleep and then they were, illed with a K, unalived, however you all say it there, that would be very relevant. So she made these broad brush, bold statements that were not based on evidence informed research or reality. So boom. So that's number one. And then I'll hush when I give you number two. Number two, what was number two? I had my points in my head. Wait a minute. So that was she. And then, no, I think there are many other points. But the other thing that I found troubling was that within that week, maybe it was the second week when you had Santa Claus, which his name I'm forgetting, the prosecuting attorney, the main prosecuting attorney, the gentleman, I can't think of his name right now. He made a statement regarding that this was a targeted, either the residents or the victims were targeted. And within 24 hours, Chief Fry came out and said the prosecution misspoke.
Yes.
What do you mean he misspoke? You, as Fry, have given the prosecution the case. So right away I thought, wait a second. How could you say the person who has been given the criminal case, i.e. the state of Idaho, is quote, quote, misspeaking? So that was another red flag. I did have my third. Oh, here's my third red flag. And I know I said this to you a couple weeks ago. That I think it was you, or it was Lana, that like when I used to be on call for hospital for 25 years, I was on call, right? And then I turned older. Now I'm 62. So after a certain age, I didn't have to be on call. And then the hospitalists came into being. So we really didn't have to admit our patients directly from office or during the night. However, the best practices, standard of care in the medical community for first responders and for physicians is if you're called, you have 15 minutes. This is at every hospital I think I've practiced it in 4 states now. Every hospital, gives us 15 minutes to respond to that either that beeper call